Peace and love, peace and love, peace, 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 peace. And I sing you love. And I am open to receive love, any love that any of you in our soul group or any souls that's just wandering through, you stumbled across this live stream. Welcome, welcome to another episode of I'm Conscious Now What? And I am just embracing this moment to be live right now, live, sending out and searching for that love energy, that love vibrant, cast out all fear, that centering energy. I'm seeking it right now. Do so with me, if you please, as we wait for the souls to join us live. Let's just take 4 good inhales and exhales together, shall we? Let's get centered. This will be my first time today centering. It's been one of those days today. So please join me as we take in some prana and get centered and start this live stream. Here we go. One more. There it is. There it is. Can you feel it? Can you sense it? Now let it, whatever it may be, envelop you. No need to attach any emotion, no need to analyze. Just let it, this present moment and this energy that is coming from all around the world, I can feel it. Thank you. I'm open to receive your love energy. So if you are able to send it my way, please send it my way and I will absorb it and send it back out. Thank you. I'm receiving. Thank you. Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Gratitude. Thank you. I am receiving love, vibrating energy. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. As I enter into my heart space now, thank you so much. Thank you, Soul Group. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. In our soul group. I needed that so much. And today has been one of those days where I've been in the matrix, dealing with matrix shit today. And I didn't even get it. I woke up with matrix shit, you know, wheeling and dealing, you know. You know how it goes in the matrix. And my energy was very what's the word I want to use? My energy was very hard to stay in this morning. I made some phone calls and some things were said that I felt that needed to be said. I've never been one to hold back how I feel. As you guys hear me say it a lot, I always go how I feel. And my intent in everything that I do on this journey is to raise the level of consciousness one soul at a time. And sometimes, especially in my human experience, you know what I mean? And especially when I allow this ego of mine to kick in, I get out of alignment, just like everyone else, you know? And these last 3 days have been, you know, it's been a war of words. And I gave somebody a piece of my mother effing mind. Did it feel good while I was doing it? Not really. Not really. It's just how I felt in that moment, because all I have is my word. And I take people not by contracts on paper, not by, you know, I take people by their word. When you tell me this is your intent, then I take you for your word. And when you don't keep your word, I have to let you know that all you have is your spoken word. That is a legal, universal, binding soul agreement. And so I expressed myself in some ways that threw me out of alignment. And just now, live, I'm back, like, you know, like that. And that's all it really takes, ladies and gentlemen. It's just, you know, sometimes when you get caught in that ego and you get caught in the heat of that moment, you know what I mean? And when that emotional body gets out of a line, right? And that that throat chakra starts running and that energy gets to boiling and you get into this exchange. You have to reset and center. And I don't care if you have to do that 15 or 20 or 30 times a day. Get in the habit of resetting. And it could be done with 4 easy breaths. But the problem is, most of us don't have time, especially in the matrix, to go somewhere and take those 4 deep breaths and reset and send that love energy out and ask for it to be sent your way. Also, it's a beautiful vibration to when it's coming in. It's very reviving. It's very pleasurable to feel, and it's necessary. And touching on today's topic, I got this conscious chatter. I'm gonna give you guys a chance to call in today. I'm not gonna speak much today. How to stop overthinking the problem. And, you know, this is something that I just went through. So this is perfect. And I got this topic over in our Facebook group. I'm Conscious Now What? And this is from Brother Don Prohaska. Thank you for adding your Conscious Chatter show suggestions. I look at them. I choose one, and I will eventually make it through all of the ones that are in our group. And I love you guys over at the group. I check in on the group periodically, and it's just a beautiful place to be in. So how to stop overthinking the problem. Matter of fact, let me get, because I only have so much room to put in titles. Let me just read. I'm over at the Facebook group right now. The whole, here we go. Let me find it, because it was more than that. Where was it? Okay. So here's the whole question that Brother Don had. Okay. And if you want to add to this show topic, you will be able to call in. Just give me 5 minutes to get my 2 cents in, and then the phone lines will be open. Okay. How to stop overthinking about the problem and just go for what you want and keep it on, keeping on. Okay. So in retrospect, how do we stop overthinking the problem and just go for what you want and keep on keeping on? Okay. And a lot of times, a lot of us, we focus on, especially if you're in the present moment, your present moment can be filled with a lot of different thoughts, a lot of different emotions, a lot of different situations, a lot of different circumstances. Okay. And when you realize that all you really have is the now, when the now becomes your present moment, and you get in the habit, right? Because everything that we've learned on our journeys right now has been come from habit, right? Habit stored in the subconscious mind, okay, which is on autopilot, probably in most awakening souls. I'm just throwing this number out. It's nowhere near accurate. It's just coming, a number that I'm pulling right now. It's probably, 80% of us are on autopilot from the subconscious mind. Our lives are being created. Our thoughts are being generated. Our dreams are being activated from the subconscious. We're not controlling it. And all of these reactions and all of this emotion is just coming up on autopilot, because your subconscious or your unconscious is simulating your reality right now, because you haven't taken the necessary adjustments and things that you need to do to take control of what you're manifesting and what you're thinking and what your present moment consists of, right? Second by second. And this is the work that I'm working on. Okay. So to just dig into this question, it's how you label your situations and circumstances. The first thing is, when you label something as a problem, it can only be what you label it. You know what I mean? And this is simple stuff, but so complex. And I like to keep it simple. Things that you label and stamp and attach emotion to as a problem, okay, they become exactly what you say they are, how you speak. I have a problem. Instantly, you have a problem. Okay. And that emotion of how you deal with problems that's stored in your subconscious, it's going to automatically kick in. Okay. So if it's funky and if it's stinky and if it's hurtful and if it's going to kick in, ladies and gentlemen. It's what your subconscious automatically does, because your subconscious can only go by the emotion that you attach to different thoughts, circumstances, and events. Okay. We go over this. Okay. So that's why you hear me say everything is always perfect. Okay. Now, my reflection, right, might not be reflecting what some of you, or even sometimes myself, will call the perfect reflection. Okay. But what I'm learning how to do is, if I'm going to be mind fucked, I'm going to do it to myself. I'm not going to allow, the internet or a TV or someone else to do that. So I'm constantly getting into the habit of saying this. Everything is perfect. No matter what I'm seeing, no matter what I'm feeling, it's perfect. And how do I embrace that? And how do I hold on to that? Okay. Because everything is perfect when you really zero in on what you're focusing on, or the events that's happening around you, or what you're thinking. There's nothing happens by chance. Okay. Everything is in perfect alignment Based on what, ladies and gentlemen? You know this. Vibration. Okay, everything is exactly where it needs to be. And we, as these conscious, immortal beings that we're learning how to accept and become, because we already are, we just have to accept it and put on the shoes and become the immortal conscious beings that we are. Okay, we've been reincarnating over and over and over, and these programs of this human, right, it's been drilled in us. You are Derek Dunlap, you are an Afro-American, you get what I'm saying? And so anything that I start to believe, that's what it is. It is what it is. Whatever I believe, whatever I say, whatever you believe, whatever you say, whatever you think, it must. Okay. And I want to drive this home. It's not by chance. It's not sometimes. It's not on Tuesday. It's not on your birthday. It's not on Christmas. It must be as you say and think. Okay. This is the number one thing that we just have to accept and just put this in our heart space. It always will be what you believe, what you say, and what you think. We must grasp that. And when we grasp that and hold that in our heart space and understand that that's how all things come into existence, and that's some of the laws of this universe and consciousness and in 3D, then we will start thinking a little different consciously. We'll start speaking a little different consciously. We'll start labeling different situations different. Like, I have no problems. And guess what? I have no problems. Now, that does not mean circumstances and situations won't arrive, all right, or derive, right? All right. But it's just how we perceive them and how we label them. Okay. I woke up this morning, to give you a perfect example why I had to center. I woke up this morning and one of my animals, his testicles was the size of a cantaloupe. Okay. Right. So I've been on the phone in the matrix trying to get some, information. I wanted to rush him to the clinic. Just a lot of stuff going on. But I had to tell myself everything is perfect. This is not a problem. This is just a situation that I have to address and I have to deal with, right? My animal is conscious. My animal is dealing with it great. And we just have to learn how to label things and how we perceive things and how we accept different energy that comes in. Are you guys with me? So I had a wild, fun morning now. Now that I'm live and now that I reset, I'm cool. But like you guys know, I tell it like it is. When you're in the heat of some of these experiences, it's easy to talk about it afterwards. But when you're in the heat of these different circumstances and energy fields and emotions, all right, it's just you have to get into the habit of saying, okay, I'm here. I'm in the eye of what is perceived as a storm. How do I stay centered? How do I stay focused? It's very simple. Breathe, right? Breathing, breathe. People make jokes about this on different movies and television shows when they get ready to, remember, I think it was like in the 2000s or might even have been in the 90s when they used to say, breathe. And they used to go, that shit was funny, right? But that shit works, right? We have to remember to breathe. Breathe before you speak, right? Breathe, reset, center. This has to become a habitual act. Breathing, conscious breathing, okay? And always remember, it's not a problem unless you label it that. All right? It's not a problem unless you say, look, I got a problem. This shit is easy. Now, once we get into a habit of addressing things and accepting things a certain way, we will find out that things that we labeled as problems, just by taking that name off, just getting it out of that folder, clearing that whole problem folder out and deleting it. How do you do that? Through visualization and centering and going back and sitting in the energy. Why do you feel like this is a problem? How does it feel? Is it heavy? Go back to the feeling. Go back to the trigger that caused this event to derive or for you to perceive it as a problem. Why does this feel like a problem? Because my animal's testicles is the size of a golf ball. What could have caused this? You know, you got to trace it. What can you do to help this animal in this situation? Well, I can make some calls. I can get, you see what I'm saying? You just breathe, stay centered, and you can think clearly. Because if you're not breathing and you're reacting and you're getting emotional, and that emotional body, I don't care what it is getting out of alignment. Now, it's not really the problem that's causing you the hurt and the pain. It's not the circumstances, really. That was just a trigger. You know what I mean? It's your emotional body being out of alignment. You're getting out of alignment. And there's a feeling, right? There's this feeling in your core when your emotional body starts to get out of alignment with your physical or your mental. You know, you got so many bodies of energy, and when they're out of alignment, sometimes you feel like shit, right? But not even knowing that, most of us label this feeling of getting out of alignment, especially our emotional body, as the trigger. It's coming from the trigger. It's coming from what he said. All right. Or what, my dog's testicles really have no power over me. It's something that I'm viewing. I responded a certain way. It made me feel a certain way. It's the reaction. You get what I'm saying? So what we have to learn how to deal with is, number one, getting in a habit of just this breathing, staying centered, right? And we all need to create triggers that can take us from the funky, messy funk that we label the messy funk, the feelings that we don't like. We need a trigger. I have several that we can do, that we can visualize. We all have great moments in our lives, beautiful moments that we cherish, that we remember, and we can pull them up at any time. If we could just sit still and focus and breathe, I can go back to my wedding. I can go back to when my son was born, right? We all have these times that we, with just some breathing and some remembering and some focus and some visualization, we can come out of a funk within seconds, if we allow ourselves. But a lot of times, ladies and gentlemen, in this soul group, and with me being in these funks, I'll be 47 July 30th, Sunday. Sunday is my birthday, right? And, I've been in funks more than I've been in this incarnation. You know what I mean? Stinking thinking, if you had to weigh it, the scales are so unbalanced. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm talking from experience of stinking thinking, of saying things that I have to deal with the cause and effect of what I'm saying, cursing myself. You know what I mean? Mine, PHUCKINGing myself. You know what I mean? So the first step to this is not calling it a problem. Just grabbing it right from the beginning and everything is perfect. I have no problems. But now I have this situation, and how am I going to perceive this situation? How am I going to alleviate this situation if it needs to be? How am I going to deal with this circumstance or this thought or this event that's in my present moment right now? How am I going to react to it? That is what this whole reality that we call the life and 3 density is made up of. You always have the power. No one can tell you how to respond to anything. This ball is in your court, and you're going to do one or two things. You're going to keep allowing your subconscious to deal with these problems, and it's already programmed in your subconscious. Your subconscious is going to deal with it the way it's been dealing with it. Hey, dude, this is fucked up. You know what I mean? It is what it is. These are the habits that you stored in your subconscious, and it deals with what you give it, So, I would start off, Brother Don, if this was a question for you, or it's just something that's very, very common. It's a great question to stop labeling things problems. Okay. Stop labeling problems. I got this circumstance that I want to deal. Or I had this new energy that came in, or I feel this way. I feel this way from the result of this. Don't label it a problem. Okay. We all know we have situations that we go through that the energy doesn't feel as comfortable as when we center, right? We just have to learn how to sit in different energy fields and center right in the midst of what we perceive as a You got it? Problem. And once you start doing that, it gets fun, you know. We're all human, and sometimes, you know, the shit is gonna hit the fan. It is, right? Because we can only take so much of what I call, you know, fuckery from other people. You know, I am a very, very loving, I've learned to be, and I'm still learning how to be this love vibration. But I can only take so much, you know, abuse to my frequencies, you know, purposely abuse and purposeful people purposely lying and deceiving. You know, you can only take so much of that, right? And I hope that's my 2 cents. I'm going to open up the phone lines. The phone number is 734-230-2744. If you're going through something and you want to share it, if you're in beautiful vibes, it doesn't matter. Give us a call. If I missed the call, I will call you back. I'm good for that. We got them coming in now. Peace and love. Zinging you live on I'm Conscious Now What? What's going on?
Hey, Derek.
Peace and love. You got the platform.
Hi. Well, I'm praying for you for your situation, and I wanted to elaborate on pray because I discovered something very interesting about prayer, and it's a story about how an Indiana was praying for rain in those circles, in those wheels. How do you call them again? Medicine wheels, right? And it's a story how one took the other to pray for rain. And basically, he stepped into the medicine wheel for a few seconds, closed his eyes, put his hands together, stepped out of it, and then asked the other guy, "Do you want to go for lunch?" And he was like, "Well, of course I'd like to go for lunch, but aren't we supposed to pray for the rain?" And he's like, "Yeah, but I'm finished." And basically what he did was that he envisioned that the rain already happened. He felt the ground underneath his feet, how it was already soaked from the rain. He felt the crops, he felt in his hands the crops that grew from the rain, and smelled the air full of the smells after the rain. And basically what I wanted to get at this is prayer is basically also a tool of manifestation, and the manifestation is being in the moment of where it already had happened. Feel all those emotions. The emotions are what reinforcing this everything. You have to be honest with yourself, and I'm gathering so much because now that I'm getting at it, I got frustrated the last days about myself that I didn't have any progress. I was like, damn, like everyone has like those moments of where he feels like he doesn't do any progress anymore. He's like envisioning all those manifestation goals that he has. But what is important is be already in the moment of where it happened emotionally as your being.
That's right.
Feel how it feels to be with the partner you desire, or if it's money, to feel how you'd feel with the money and the things you'd like to buy, for example. Envision it, feel it with your emotions, and that's reinforcing it. And the importance is also when you stopped with, let's say, your meditation, or when you have envisioned all those things, not to go back into your state of feeling of lag. Try to, not try, but to stay. When you get up from those manifestations, you get up, so to say, as a new person, as a person who already has those. You don't have the lag. And of course, everyone has mistakes and falls back. I do too. The thing is to keep trying. It has to be so important for you that you become the person which already has those things. And when it's about, let's say, you want to, yeah, I'm talking too much.
No, you're good. You're good. You're making some great points. You're making some great points.
Yes. I'm going further and further. I think this is a good point to stop, because the more I talk, the less tangible it becomes.
All right, bro. Let me get some. I love you, man. I love you. But you made some great points, man. You're basically saying, you know, feel it, see it, and go to a space where it has already happened and where abundance is already at. Because as soon as you visualize it, as soon as you feel it. I love the story, the little story about the rain. You know, he had already felt the rain in his mind, so the rain had already happened for him. He was ready to go, you know, and that's a great point. That's a great story. But Zen, thank you for calling in, my man. I love you. Okay, let me get some more callers on. All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much for your energy. All right. Great analogy. Great analogy. Love that, brother. Let me catch some of these calls that I've been missing. If you call in and I miss your call, it's usually because someone is already on the line, but I'll hit you back. I'll get back with you live, right? I love you guys. Thank you for being here with us today live on I'm Conscious Now What. We're going to go to another caller real fast. It's your platform today. The phone number is 734.
Please leave your message for 301
230 2744. The phone lines are back open. It's your platform today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna come over here to the chat. I'm live over in the chat. It's probably about a 3 or 4 minute delay. So if you want to ask me a question in the chat, or you want to send some love or some hearts in the chat, we can do that also. And I tell you, it feels so good to be here with you guys today. You know, today was just one of those days, right? One of those days. Everything is perfect. All right. Hey, Ashley is in the chat. I want to send out some shots. Brad Taylor is here with us live today. Bright Minded is here. Bolox. Mage or Maggie is here. Astrid is here live. Syke Zen is live. Chris Garner is here. Donye Grove is here. Ashley is here. Hey, Ashley. Antonio is here. Thank you for being here today. Let's see. Let's catch this call real quick. We had a live chat today. Thank you for being here with us live today on I'm Conscious Now What.
Call from
Gary Green.
Accept.
Peace and love, Gary Green. You're live on I'm Conscious Now What. You got the platform, brother. What's going on?
All right. Peace and blessings to you. I want to just say, first of all, love the topic. And life is simple, but not easy. And so if we really want to think about some of the things that we go through is because of some things that we created for ourselves. So I always say, the greater the goal, the greater the challenge. So you are going to go through certain things based on your challenges. And like you said earlier, you know, you measure what you perceive a problem to be. And I'll give you an example. You have two people right? Driving a car, you know, two people driving a car, and they both get a flat tire. One person be like, oh my God, got a flat tire, what am I gonna do?
Right.
And then the other one simply just says, okay, I need to get out this car, change the tire, or call AAA or whatever. So it's what you perceive.
That's right.
A problem to be.
That's right.
But just know that everything, that all your experiences are your experiences. This is what you were supposed to experience, as the other caller had explained, you know, based on what are you asking for, but also based on who you are. I want you to really look at it, and the audience as well, is that we are the only species that were given a choice. You see, your dogs or the trees or anything else, they follow nature. They follow an order. And as well, there is an order to us. Sometimes we follow it, sometimes we don't. And so those are the times that maybe things may occur or things may happen based on who we are. And so there's a reason for everything. Everything. But it's based on, like you said, our subconscious mind runs on automatic pilot.
That's right.
And so whatever you put in it is what it is. What you do every day of your life is what you're going to become.
That's right.
Period. And the challenges or the things that you go through are supposed to be there based on what you want or what you are asking for. So I always tell people, I say, be careful of what you ask for because you're going to get it.
Right.
But then I say, don't be upset about what you get because it's everything you ask for.
That's right.
Including the challenges.
That's right.
Include the challenges because the challenge is just an opportunity to prove your greatness. That's why it's showing up.
I like that. I like that.
It's showing up for a reason. So you can't get upset and get mad at it like you said today. You just got up and you centered yourself. You got on the line through the small group. They sent you the love.
They sent me that love, baby.
Okay.
I'm cool.
You back at it again.
Man, 1 p.m.
That's what it takes.
Hey, Gary, 1 p.m. couldn't get here fast enough. I say, oh, I can't wait to go live so I can center. You know?
Absolutely. But you have that to go to.
Yeah, man.
Because of what you created for yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. And see, ladies,
your world.
Let me add to that real fast, Gary. So I see, ladies and gentlemen, I realize the power in our soul group. Okay. And I hope, there go that word hope. I always say that when I catch it all the time now, but I'm understanding that some of us are just now waking up to the power that we have together, right? In non-duality. So I knew that I was out of alignment when I was starting this live stream. But I know I got all of my brothers and sisters in my soul group. And as soon as I asked for that love energy and I'm open to receive it, I knew it was going to change me just like that. You see what I'm saying? No matter what I was dealing with. You know what I mean? When you get 4 or 5, you know, some of the books say all you need is 2 or 3, you know? And it's that love energy. There's nothing stronger than love energy. It will change you instantly. Okay, so I want to snap it out to you guys that helped me center today. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Continue, Gary. Continue, brother.
Absolutely. And it's really where everything thrives. It's all about you. You know, and what you choose to, even when dealing with close people around us. You know what I mean? which could be the most challenging.
Oh.
But just do know it's there for a reason. And those people are there for a reason. Either you're learning or you're growing. That's it.
That's right.
And so you're always going to have a challenge. And you're right. I mean, everything is perfect. Everything is perfect.
It's perfect.
So when I look at when I say everything is perfect, we all are here for a reason. We all are structured a certain way. We all were born a different time. We were born in different places. And so we're all different. And so when it comes down to it, it's really all about you. And so I always tell people, like, I can assist you with everything, but I can't assist you with an attitude problem. That's yours. That's yours.
Right.
I can't assist you with that.
Right.
And I will never, ever tie myself to, if I talk to someone and someone had a problem, that's theirs. It has nothing to do with me. They may be vocal and speaking to me a certain way, but I don't attach myself to that.
Right.
Because it has nothing to do with me.
Right.
It has everything to do with them. You ever been in an argument?
You being funny, right?
Really just verbal chat. You just wait for the other person to shut up so you can get yours in, and no one is really listening to one another.
Right. Yeah.
And so we operate a certain way. That's just my point. We just operate a certain way, but not until you get aligned and everything that you talk about every week that we come on. We're always talking about you. In the sense of talking about me. Okay? Meaning you.
Mm-hmm.
So once you get aligned with yourself, and once you are in tune with yourself and know yourself, those challenges are the things, or the problems, are the things that you create. So whatever you consider a problem will be a problem.
That's
because
right.
that's what you created for yourself.
That's what you labeled.
And like you said, you operate on automatic pilot based on what you put it in. But you could also detach from that too.
Yeah, you can. Yeah,
I talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
Creating the habitual pattern.
Yeah.
All the habits you create. You can also detach from those too, anytime you want to. But you determine that. Some people it takes a second. Some people it takes a minute. Some people it takes a week.
Yeah.
Some people it takes a month. Some take a year.
That's right.
Some people it takes a lifetime.
That's right.
But you are perfect where you are.
That's right.
Period.
That's right. That's good. We having church.
Yeah.
Now that's good word.
We always go through soul searching.
Mm-hmm.
We're always soul searching. We're always soul searching. Always. But you determine, I don't need that experience no more. Oh, I don't want that.
That's right.
You determine that based on the experiences that you have.
That's right. That's right. Brother Gary.
Based on experiences that you have.
Love you, brother. We fighting this illusion of time. I got a lot of people that's trying to call in. Hey, thank you. I love you.
Give them their time. Peace and love.
Okay.
You, bro. Give them their time.
Peace, bro. The phone number, ladies and gentlemen, is 734-230-2744. It is your platform. It's Wednesday. Conscious Chatter. Let's get back on this phone line. If I miss your call, I'll call you back. I will call you back.
Yes.
Hello, you're live. I'm Conscious Now What with Derek. Peace and love to you.
Derek Dunlap. How you doing, man?
Peace and love, brother. All is perfect. Everything is perfect, brother. What's going on?
Oh, nothing. I was gonna ask you, have you been sun gazing?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, brother. Oh yeah.
So like for you, is it like do you do it every day, or how is it for you?
Sunrise.
How do you sun gaze?
Well, my focus sun gazing is at sunrise, right? And sunset.
Yep.
Those are my two where I'm actually focusing in a meditative state, connecting with the sun, receiving the energy, receiving data, receiving downloads, receiving vitality for my energy body. It's like a charging that I do. And because I'm out in my yard anywhere from 6 to 8 hours a day in my yard with my animals, and you know, we got a grapevine growing in, I got some mulberry trees that we pick every day. I'm out in that sun, and without that sun, being conscious of that energy that I'm getting from the sun, it has really, you know, on my journey helped me to become more rounded, you know, as how I receive energy. It's really made my senses to feeling energy much stronger. I can just I can feel, you know, in this beingness of myself. I can, you know, pick up on other people's energy, and I'm doing some really cool stuff that I wasn't able to do until I consistently added that sunrise and sunset into my life. It's programmed. You know, I get up with the birds. You know, I know when that, I don't even have to set an alarm clock. I'm up 15 minutes before sunrise. I'm yawning. You know what I mean? 8:45. I'm in bed by 9 o'clock. 8:45 in Michigan, the sun is just starting to go down. When that sun is, it's that orange color. It's hard to explain. It's just orange that you can just line your third eye up with, and then you can just start transmitting. You know, I did a show. It was about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I was telling people, don't look into the sun with your eyeballs. I know a lot of people have been taught that, and depending on how high that sun is, and depending on, you know, because some people go out at 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock, and they're just looking right into the sun, and that can and will damage your eyes. There's a certain way that you need to sun gaze. You know, your physical eyes don't need to, your physical eyes are not charging anything. It's that third eye in between your forehead. Okay. It's that pineal gland that charges your etheric body, your astral body. That's what's taking in this energy. That's where you're receiving the downloads from in a non-physical way. Okay, it's just like the plants, you know, they gravitate toward the sun. We are living beings on the planet, and without that sun, we've been deceived, you know, from, you know, religion and other people's perspective. And so the safest way to sun gaze, sunrise. Soon as it comes up, soon as you can see it, you'll see it. It's like an orange color. It's not like that light, fiery sun. It's just orange. You know what I mean? Man, you can just marinate in it. And when it's going down, when it's setting, it's that orange color. That's what you can align up to and focus on, and just do your meditations right in front of that sun. And I'm just telling you, it'll be life-changing. You'll just, the next day, you will have a download that you don't even know where it came from. I'm telling you, you don't have to read books. You can connect to what they call the Akashic records right from the sun. Right from the sun.
Right from the sun.
Right from it. Right from it, brother. Right from it.
Did your wife sun gaze?
Not as much as I do, but she get out there. She'll see me and come out, you know. But see, my wife has a lot more. My wife runs the household. My wife handles a lot of things in the matrix that I don't have to, which frees me up to have these opportunities, to have the schedule that I have. You know what I mean? Everything that I do from home. I don't go outside of the home a lot unless I have to do things, you know, like with family and things. But I'm totally, you know, in home. Everything that I need and will and desire is in my home. My animals, my wife, you know, my live streams, my platforms. I do everything from the house. And my wife, which I love so much, she goes in and out of the house. She does the banking. She does the bills. You get what I'm saying? She's a vital role in enabling this thing to work, you know. And then on days when she doesn't want to go out, then I'll go out. But my schedule is the way it is because I'm with my soulmate, you know, and my soulmate feeds off of my energy, and she allows me to get as enough energy as we can to carry us spiritually and physically. And we're oneness. We're oneness, non-duality in our, you know, in our relationship that we have. We are one. We are equal. So I'm in a good space here, brother. How about yourself? What's going on with you?
Oh, me? Well, you know, yeah. Well, where I'm at right now, there's like trees in the way. Cause like I'll wake up, cause you know, since you know I can't do what you do, but yeah. So I set like alarm to like 5 because I live in Georgia, right? So I'll set the alarm before the sun comes up, you
Okay.
know. So I walk around just to see any spots where I can sun gaze, right?
Yeah.
But like, there's like a lot of trees where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, I gotta wait for a while.
But check it
to
out.
find the place, you know what I'm saying?
Let me give you a little secret. Trees are cool because if you have trees that are blocking out the sun, I used to do, I still do this sometimes, right? Like the trees keep the full momentum of the sun. You know, some of those hot, they're like a filter, man, because the trees are energy. You know what I mean? They are energy.
Yeah.
And what they do is it's kind of like they filter out the sun. So if you're in a place where there's a lot of trees, you can still sun gaze. Actually, it's even better because if you can find the beam, and this will help you on your focus, dude. This is how I used to learn how to really focus. And try this today. Go out and get with the trees being the focus and just center and learn how to look out of your third eye, whether it's open or closed. It's a certain way. You're not looking directly in the sun. And what I want you to do is just focus, and you'll find it. Find one ray. I know this sounds crazy, but you'll know exactly what I mean when you do it. Find one ray of the sun to focus on, and it'll be sneaking right through those trees. You know what I'm talking about? Have you ever saw a photo where you can see the sun rays coming through? All you need is one to connect with that third eye, that pineal gland, just one, and hold the focus, and you'll still get the same experience as if you was like at a sunrise or a sunset. Just find one ray through the trees, hold the focus, connected with your pineal gland. You'll know, you'll feel the tingling. You'll feel the energy of the sun charging your body. You'll feel it. And just be still and always say, I am open to receive. I'm open to receive whatever you have. And that, oh man, you'll just get amazing downloads. You'll get amazing abilities to start kicking in. And once you do this for 21 days, you'll start waking up. Just keep setting that alarm clock, right? Just what you're doing.
Yeah.
It's going to become a habit. You see what I mean? Even you setting the clock, you're getting up at a certain time. It'll be like natural. I naturally wake up 15 minutes, 5 minutes, no more than 10 minutes before sunrise. It's important to me. You know what I mean? And my subconscious knows that this is important because I attach a lot of will and desire to these things, you know?
Yeah.
All right.
So how many times have you?
Go ahead, my brother.
But yeah, how many times have you been to the Akashic Records?
Well, you know, that's a great question. And to answer that question, I don't know, because what I assumed was the Akashic Records, right, wasn't the Akashic Records at all. You know, that's a great question. And I just found that out. The Akashic, like when I first started hearing about the Akashic Records just from being online and hearing people talk about it, I thought it was like this space that I walked into and it had this archive of records. And, you know, that's just a natural thing to think. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I visualize it as. And I could actually bring up this space in the non-physical realm. So I was like creating my own version of the Akashic Records. But in retrospect, the Akashic Records is just an energy field. Once we learn how to center and focus, right? It's just an energy field of all of the records of thought. Any thought or anything that happened around where we are, or you can say the earth, whatever you want to call it, you can tap into thoughts and information. And they're downloads, they're accessible, and you can download them. And the more sensitive you get to energy, and the more you open up this consciousness and trust in this consciousness, I mean, it's natural to be able to activate the Akashic Records. You can actually, and this was something new, and I think I got this from Brother Bubba. You know, you can hug a tree and access some of the records that the trees have been holding in your area. If you around a lot of trees, brother, you see, I'm in what's called a concrete jungle. I'm in the close to the inner cities of Detroit, where they've alleviated a lot of the trees. Just this week, I had to fight to keep. Listen, dude, I got 3 mulberry trees, the only mulberry trees in my area. Is why we love this land that we have so much, you know. And they were gonna chop. They're gonna chop down our fucking trees for the fucking cable lines. You see what I'm saying? And I damn near had to pick it. I was like, you're not chopping down my trees. You know what I mean? I had to actually stand out there They were going to chop down the trees to bring in the cable and the internet lines. So if you have trees around you, just by embracing and hugging those trees and connecting with the energy field of the trees, and you'll know how to connect. Just by you practicing the sun gazing will make you very, very sensitive to energy, my friend. That's one benefit of sun gazing. Because what it does is it charges up your energy body. You see what I'm saying? You're getting the charge that you need to start feeling as a being. And it'll get to the point where, you know, people can come around me now and they don't even have to talk, and I can feel their intent before they even speak. Seriously, it's so fucking cool. But I will say there's a polarity to it. When I'm around groups and groups of people, I feel everybody's energy. So it's something that you have to get used to. It sounds good when you hear us talking about it all the time. Oh, that's cool. But trust me, if you're at an event and the energy there is fucked up, you're gonna feel it. You know what I mean? And especially if you're used to centering, and like I'm by myself a lot because I've learned to love myself. I love my energy. I love my space. I like the vibration of my house. My beats are on a certain vibration. My files are on a certain vibration. My wife is on, man, this is a great space. We call this the safe house for us. I can run in this house and the cares of the world are gone because my house is at a certain vibration, right? But now here's the retrospect to that. When I step out of my house, right, instantly the energy changes. And I'm aware of that. You know what I mean? So I have to adjust to everybody else's energy. So that's one of the pros and cons of being multidimensional. I wouldn't change it for the world. And here's the reason why. Because I'm learning how to go by how I feel. And see, that's how we feel. How you feel is always, and we call it that still voice, you know, and I heard this still voice. I knew it was wrong. I felt it was wrong, but I did it anyway. Once you learn how to trust that still voice, that feeling that you get when that emotional body is saying, you out of alignment. Once we learn and trust in that, oh man, life becomes so much easier. You know, we got to get out of trusting what we can see, touch, taste, smell, you know, because we can be deceived, man. The internet is doing that right before our eyes. We look at all of this stuff with our eyes, we hear it, and we start becoming what we see. So we have to go back. That's right. That's right. So we have to get back to our origin, our natural organic abilities that we all have. Most of our organic natural abilities are on the shelf right now, and we're relying on technology, and that's what they want to push. And listen, my man, I love technology. I do. I'm a gadget man. I have all kind of gadgets in my house. But as I start awakening and attaching to this organic consciousness, the real organic universe, the real internet, because that's consciousness is the real internet. You know what I mean? This internet that we're on is artificial. But once I connected to that, you know, there's nothing that can fill the will and the desire and the void that consciousness gives me. I can't even play video games anymore. It's like, and I used to play them with my son all the time. I can't even play a video game right now because it can't, my consciousness is too broad to play a game. I'd rather play the game of life in 3D. That's my new game. 3 density. It's a game. The game of life. That's my new video game. I don't take this life.
So have you been oh, go ahead.
Go ahead, my man. Last one. Then we gotta get some more callers on.
Have you been manifesting that land you was talking about? In your old episodes?
Yeah.
You've been talking about, you've been trying to manifesting
the land
that you want to grow like fruits and stuff.
Oh yeah. And here's the thing. That's another great question. I already have the land.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. It just didn't reflect like I thought it would. You see what I'm saying? I already have the land. You know, I have enough land to right now to house 150 birds, 3 mulberry trees, a nice grapevine, some nice fruits and vegetables. You know what? I have the land. All right. But now here's the thing. What I'm learning how to do now is to hold the frequency of the land that I will and desire, and that I want something bigger. You see what I'm saying? But in order to manifest that, I have to think and expand and be able to hold the frequency of this new land. You see what I'm saying? I already manifested the land that I was talking about on old videos. I'm here now. I literally don't have to leave my house. Seriously. Like if the power went out right now, I got enough to sustain me minus the water where I am. Minus the water, right? Because we learned some new things of how to store food a different way, you know, like in jars. And we've been learning a lot of stuff, man, behind the scenes. You know, we prepared for when the grid goes out. We'll make it. We just got to get to this new land. And this is why I know I need this new land, because where I am, we don't have the water resources that we need to survive. When, not if, when the grid goes out. We need that water. We need that water. You see, water. That's the most important thing. And we overlook water. We got young individuals that's coming into a lot of cash right now. And they're buying $300,000 and $400,000 cars. It's going to be the biggest deception, right? That ever made. We got $50,000 in our mouth and gold teeth. And we just have to understand that without water, right? Clean air and food, you don't exist here. We got to get that message out to the youth. And I know it's hard when you 20s and, you know, that party life. I see guys riding around, man, in $300,000 cars and don't have fresh water. Don't even have a filter on the water.
That third dimension.
Yeah, man. They still bathing in you know, fluoride water. You know? And so we just got to keep getting this message out. And I'm not pointing the finger at them, because I used to do it too. But as we awake, we have to adjust. And once you open up that third eye, I don't know. People say you can close it. I don't know anybody that's ever closed the third eye. Once it's open, it's open. You know what I mean? So when it's open, you see things for what they are. Flat out. There's no way around it. But I got to let you go, bro. Peace and love to you, though. Thanks for calling, man.
All right, man.
All right. Peace and love, man. Welcome. Peace and love.
Peace.
And a new caller there. Great young individual. Let's catch up. Let's hit wow, I'm way behind now. Let's see. Let's do let's hit New York. Phone lines open, ladies and gentlemen. I get to you. I will get to you. Peace and love. It's Derek Dunlap. I'm conscious now. What? You're live with me. Who I'm talking to?
Hey, what's up, Derek?
Who am I talking to?
Wes.
What's up, Wes?
Yeah, I know it's been a while, right?
Yeah, man. What's going on? Peace and love.
It's a beautiful day in New York City. I'm on the ferry right now, heading into the center.
Okay. Give us a visual, Wes. What you seeing right now? Take us there.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm just plugged into an outlet, doing this on my phone, and you just got people all around sitting, waiting for the ferry to come to Manhattan, you know, and it's a pretty big ferry. Like, I don't know how to make a size comparison, but it's pretty big. You see the bridge in the background, and you got the water. And it's beautiful.
Beautiful. Sounds beautiful. How's the energy by you? Seems very calm.
Yeah, I mean, I managed to stay pretty calm. I don't know whether to call it calm. People are just, they're either on their phones or they're like trying to keep their kids under control, you know.
Okay.
I don't know, pretty run of the mill. But yeah, I mean, I just went out today and I'm like, I thought it was gonna be another really hot day, like just sweltering, just brutal heat. But no, today was like, you got a cool breeze coming through and there's not a cloud in the sky.
Wow. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. And you're really absorbing that energy well, man. I can feel it. You are, because the energy I'm getting off of you is just so calm and so vibrant. You know, I can't stop smiling.
I mean, yeah, I've always considered myself a pretty chill person. you know, and
Yeah.
I can catch myself if I ever fall out of alignment. I know what to do,
Yeah.
you know.
What do you do, Wes?
Like,
What do you do? Share with us what you do when you start
Okay,
feeling
so-
yourself fall out of alignment.
So the ego is still there, but now I don't. It's a weird shift that happened, right? I don't attach entirely to it anymore. It's kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? I hear it talking, being like, this is terrible, blah blah blah. what's going on? Like, you know, I hear my ego like complaining and
Yeah.
and feeling like terrible. I'm like, now I catch it so fast. Like, I still can feel it, but now I can also watch it, so that I can know that I'm watching it. Then I can let it pass.
Oh, so you let it pass. You let your ego talk and you just let it pass. You just sit in it into it. Okay.
I let it get it out of the system. I'm like, okay, I hear you. Like, but it's all right. Like,
Yeah.
look, if I look at my situation objectively, I've got a full belly. I've got good water. I've got,
There you go.
you know,
There
and
you go.
I've gotten the means to survive, or more than survive. I thrive.
Right. There you go, brother. There you go. Now you're talking my language. You say I got some food in my belly. I got some fresh water. The sun is shining on me. Life is good. Right?
Yeah, honestly, life is great. I can't complain, you know?
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. Anything else you want to leave on us today, man? You want to leave something with us?
I can't really think of much off the top of my head. Just like, I don't know, if you ever feeling like things aren't going right, they actually are. You just gotta look at them in a different way.
Right. Perspective, right? Of how you receive energy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, one more thing I want to tell you. So I was initiated. So my third eye was opened by this guru I've been following. His name is Paramahansa Nityananda. But over video chat, like, I couldn't believe he did this, but he actually awakened my third eye and did some other mantras. He said, in his words, it would melt away the constipation. And yeah, I'm able to see and hear and intuit a lot better now.
Good for you. Good for you. What was it? You called him a guru. I love you guys. What was his name, Wes?
Here, he's on YouTube. Just look up Nityananda.
There's no way I could even start to spell that. But hey, shoot me a link. Shoot me a link or put it. You're in our Facebook group, right?
I am in the Facebook group.
Pop the link in there for me. Just pop the link in there. You know, tag me to that post, and I'll check him out to see what he talking about when I get some time. All right, brother?
Okay, yeah, he's got some interesting things to say. I think you might like them.
I get something out of everybody, you know. I get something from everybody. I got something from a homeless person the other day, you know. She said, you are a beautiful person. And I said, you are a beautiful person too. And she said, when's the last time someone said that to you? I said, they saying it to me now and I'm enveloping it. Thank you. You know, I actually got something from that, you know, and we hugged, you know what I mean? And it was cool, you know, and that was cool, man. She kind of made my day, you know.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's about, man. All right, peace and love. I love you, Wes. Thanks for calling in. Thank you for attaching to this energy of love. And hey, man, we love you. Thank you so much for being a part of this.
All right. Peace and love all you souls out there.
All right.
Bye.
Peace. And I don't know about you guys. I'm soaking up this love like when my grandmother used to make us biscuits in the morning. And I remember I used to take those biscuits and we had that old maple syrup. what was that syrup? Aunt Jemima. I'm telling my age. Do they still even make Aunt Jemima syrup? I don't eat syrup anymore like that. But I used to take those biscuits, man, and soak those biscuits in that syrup. That's how I'm soaking up this love energy now. Let me get Chris Garner. I ain't heard from Chris in a while. Let me get Chris on here. Phone line still open. We doing it today.
Hello, hello.
Peace and love, Chris Garner. You're live. Conscious Chatter, Derek Dunlap. You have the platform. What's going on?
Oh, just another day at work. How you doing, Derek?
Oh man, everything is perfect.
Soaking up this love.
It's perfect, man. It's perfect.
Man, stop overthinking the problem, man. I tell you, the problem that I'm worried about is the infighting in our communities, man. This alternative, conspiracy, spiritual communities, all of these. Now that we have Gaia out there and these flat earthers, we got all these fools that just want to fight back and forth. I mean, we used to agree on this stuff, but now we got to fight about it.
Yeah.
There's not flat. The earth is flat. This is what I've got a problem with that I'm overthinking.
Okay.
Just why can't we find the continuity together anymore? You know, what's going on with that?
That's a great question. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it for a minute.
I mean, like this other guy was talking about the Akashic records. This is something that's near and dear to me. I love studying the Akashic record. And lately I've been looking into Rupert Sheldrake. This guy has his morphic resonance theory. Everything about this morphic resonance speaks to this is the Akashic record. He's found a way to measure it and experiment it and say, hey, this is proof of it.
Wow. Okay.
And it's amazing stuff. Studies with mice, studies with chickens, and simple things like the crossword puzzle thing. David Wilcock talks a lot about it, how the New York Times crossword is easier to solve the next day because we've all soaked it in. Morphic resonance, which is the Akashic. It is the knowledge of all things.
Of all things. That's right. That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
This resonance, you know, and just tapping into that, to me, just would end all this infighting. We have to find that consensus.
Right. But here's the thing, Chris, and you're right. But what we're dealing with, and I know exactly what's going on right now. Exactly what's going on right now. What's going on right now is some of us are awakening to who and what we are. And we're awakening to what we are here to do. So a lot of the infighting doesn't benefit us. You know what I mean? No. It doesn't, you know, I understand polarity. Once you understand some of the universal laws, I know there's going to always be polarity here. So I don't feed into it. I don't do the arguing and back and forth. That's your perspective. I respect it. Respect. There's nothing to argue about. If you're a Christian, I respect you being a Christian. I still love Christians. I still let Jehovah's Witnesses come into my house and preach the word of Jehovah to me. I just smile. I don't take what someone's life raft is in any present moment because I
certainly can't hurt.
That's what I'm saying. I was once a very religious person because my grandmother was, and my father is, and my great grandfather was. You see what I'm saying? But when like I tell people, once you log on to it, and that's just the word that I've just grounded with. Once you organically log on to it and experience non-duality, it's very hard to go backwards from there, Chris. Would you agree? Once you find it, it's hard to go back. You know what I mean? Wow.
You just said it's the real organic internet.
That's right.
It's the morphic field. It's the Akashic record.
There you go. Yeah. And that's what I try. I do my best, you know, to try to just discern what I feel and absorb, because I understand when it says no man has seen or no eyes, real eyes or ears have heard these things, these mysteries that's in consciousness, because the only way to get there is through this love vibration, right? And through consciousness. You know what I mean? Right. You can't, your physical body will never get there. This body is going back from where it came from. You know, it rots, it stinks.
Consciousness is connectedness.
That's right. That's right.
You know, and it's Father, you know, I'm going to just speak to us all in a generality as the alternative community. I understand it breaks off into many more things, but we just kind of call it something. Mm-hmm. But there was many people that we were we were supposed to listen to in the alternative community. Some of these people went to this Gaia channel because they wanted a little more production value. But now, according to all the others, we can't listen to them anymore because they're sellouts. And I don't see any of their message changing. You know, Linda Moulton Howe's over there now. We all, you know, we got Richard Dolan, we got Michael Sala, all these big names that were okay to listen to. But since they went to work for a little TV station, all of a sudden we can't listen to them no more. They're shills. Everybody's a shill. The funny thing about a shill is you don't have to know you're a shill to be a shill. You can just be talking about some stuff. That's the mystery of this control that we're under. See, the controllers don't have to know they're a controller. Right. That's how old the scheme goes back. You know, they're just following the system they've always followed.
That's
right. Don't realize what they're really doing to the rest of us.
That's right. That's right. You know,
it's a paradigm.
That's right. And you know, most people, including myself, because see, I can turn back because this illusion of time is linear. So I can always go back to thoughts that I had, habits that I had, perspectives I had, you know what I mean? And I could only receive things one way. I can go back to it right now. And it's so narrow that it's, when I go back to that, I am actually too big and my frequency is too high to even go back. I can go up to that mark and look at it from a distance, right? I could only take in things one way. Anything that I couldn't receive that way didn't exist to me. So when we're dealing with people, as people are awakening, and the awakening is a very, very great thing, but you got to understand, you know, what happens when a baby wakes up in the morning? They loud in them up. It could be very irritating. You know what I mean? It could be, you get what I'm saying? So that's what's happening. You got all of these baby souls that are awakening, and everybody has access to the internet now. So you're going to get all of these different perspectives, and it's cool. And that's why I tell people, you know.
Yeah. And they're doing the best they can.
Yeah, they just waking up. They waking up and they want everybody to know, hey, I'm alive. And we like, hey, peace and love. So you'll wait. You know what I mean? So, and this will pass.
I will.
This will pass. This will pass because you're going to have a lot of awakening gurus. Right. You know what I mean? You know how it go, Chris. You know how it go, man. So
I've been in this a long time. I've been awake a long time now. You know, I was fortunate to be raised in a family that we didn't focus on one religion. We just focused on ethics, I would say. And that helped drive me.
That's good. That's good. That's good, man. Well, your energy is sure good. And you, the confidence is there. I can feel the love. And man, everything is perfect, man. Anything else you want to add today?
No, just because we were overthinking problems, this infighting problem is something that has been festering in me lately. It's just, you know, I trust some of these people I've always listened to, and now I'm being told by others that I trust, I can't trust them anymore. Well, aren't you guys all, and I'm saying you guys as in that community, aren't you all looking for a little better production value? Don't you all want to get out to a bigger audience? You can't fault somebody for trying to find a way to do that.
Yeah.
You know?
Go by how you feel, Chris.
Whether it's a Babylonian money magic system or not, we got to use that stuff right now. That's life. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we broadcasting live on it right now. You know what I mean? I know what artificial intelligence is doing to us organically. But like you say right now, it's the only way for us to gather. I mean, we got people on this live stream now from all over the world. So we have to take the pros with the cons. I'm just not one that's big to just sit on social media all day. I get on and get off. I can't sit on a computer, stare at a freaking screen for no more than this is as long as I'm going right now. We've been going now for about I'm sitting in front of this computer. When I go live, this is the longest that I ever stay in front of a computer. I just can't. I can't.
I work in front of one all day, so I keep things going. I keep things to listen to. You know, when you guys are on, I can listen to you.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you at work right now, Chris?
Yeah, I draw pictures. I'm a draftsman.
Oh, my man. Thanks for having us, man, in the workplace with you, man. That means a lot. That means a lot to me. Inspiring.
All right, Derek.
All right, peace and love, brother.
Hey,
don't be a stranger,
doing, brother. Peace and love to you.
All right, man. Talk to you soon, brother.
All right.
All right. Yeah, the infighting. I did a little infighting today, so I know it's just gonna be what it's gonna be, ladies and gentlemen. So we got everybody in New York. Yep. I'm all caught up. Phone lines. I got time. If there's someone else you want to call in, let me run over to the chat real fast. I'm really enjoying this. It's Conscious Chatter. The phone number is 734-230-2744. You can take the platform today. It's yours. Let us know what's going on in your universe. Some of the things that you're experiencing. You got the platform. I am live over in the chat right now. What is going on in the chat? Ashley says, let me throw this chat out here live so some people can see how amazing our chat is. Ashley says, my husband woke up in a low vibe today too. I couldn't raise his BC. I think that's because I'm struggling with mine. Hey, it was something in the air this morning because Ashley, I woke up. Whoa, I didn't usually before when I'm conscious that I'm back in body, I'll lay there for a while and state my intent and my purpose for the day. You know, I do my mantras. It's beautiful. Everything is perfect. I am love. I am power. I am vibrant. Everything, you know, I just keep myself up before I even move, before I even get, I mean, this is programmed. But for some reason today, and I know what it was, I just had some business, you know, matrix business, right? That's what I call it. Matrix business. It's this money. This money is the easiest thing to throw us out of an alignment, you know, and it was just some verbal soul agreements that were violated, and it just threw me, you know, it just threw me, and I'm good now. But yeah, Ashley, everything will be perfect. What else we got? Antonio said, oh, I wish I could call in again, but I have to go out right now. It's cool. Antonio, we get you on another one. Ashley, thanks for the hearts. Thank you for the hearts. Let's see where we at. I'm having trouble with viewing the live stream. Not sure what's going on. Bright-minded. I'm not sure either. Looks like we're still live. Chris Garner says you can be connected to the Acoustic Records at all times. Yvonne Allen says, hi, Derek. Hi, Yvonne. Peace and love, sister. Peace and love, sister. Some of these I'm not going to read live. Okay. All right. What's up, Jalen Coleman? Is that Coleman? Yeah. What's up? So phone line's still open. Last call. If there's one other person want to call in, we're live 734-230-2744. We're past the top of the hour. The energy was so good this week that I really just want to tell you guys how much I appreciate you, how much I love you, and how much I depend on this platform to raise that level of consciousness, one soul at a time, starting from myself. This has been one of the biggest things that I've ever been involved in. This consciousness, this having so much energy, so many different races, so many different cultures come together on one platform. And I just love when you guys call in. I think that's what makes this platform so special. You guys having the ability to actually call in and have your frequency felt, your love and your voice, your throat chakra heard. And it's just a great thing that we have here. And I cherish it so much. And I always look forward to connecting with you, ladies and gentlemen, all over the world. But for now, I got to spend some time with my wife. I'm going to get out in some sun. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. I'm going to go down and check on my dog, Eli. We're going to get him taken care of tomorrow, first thing in the morning. And life is good. And just remember, it always is. I want to drive this home because this is so simple. And once you place this into your will and your desire and your heart space, life becomes the video game that you're going to love to play. You won't even be able to play a video game. You'll just play and enjoy the game of life. You are always what you say. Number one, remember that. You're always what you say. You're always what you believe. Okay. Your Akashic records, your subconscious is recording everything you say, everything you think, and your emotions, how you feel. It's recording it. All right. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days. Okay. Whether you're conscious of that or not. All right. So either you're going to create your own reality consciously by being conscious of what you're saying. And this is not easy. If we just include myself, it starts with me. If we'll shut up more and listen more, that was cool. Shut up more and listen more. And just be conscious of what's rolling off of our tongue. Life will just get better. Your life will get better just from being conscious of what you're saying. Okay, just listen more, speak less. I know that's hard. It's very hard for me, right? And to focus on your thoughts. That's where meditation comes in. This is not hard, right? It's just we have to be diligent and make these priorities, like, you know, turning on the phone, you see, and logging onto the internet. We have to make these priorities to be conscious of what am I thinking about? What am I thinking right now? Why am I thinking this? Where did this come from? Is this mine, or is this something I picked up off somebody else? Let me get rid of this, right? And that's why I asked the brother Wes, how does he get rid of what he perceives as his ego, you know, talking to him? We all hear these, we all get these thoughts, right? We all get these, and they come out of nowhere. Like, we could be cool, and then just like, wham, a thought comes in. And I know sometimes we like, where the fuck did this come from? Why am I thinking about this? Focus. Breathe, right? Trace the thought back, trace what triggered the thought. Where did the thought come from? Ask that question. Is this mine, or is this somebody else's? We heard that before, right? And if it's yours, right, deal with it. How do you deal with it? You sit in it. You evaluate. How does it make you feel? Where did it come from? Why do I feel this way? How can I change this feeling? Is this benefiting me in this present moment? If not, get rid of it. One thing that I like to do, I'm a very visual person now. My visuals are 4K Ultra now, and I'm so happy with that. That comes from fresh water, right? Fresh water with no fluoride. That comes from a plant-based diet, right? And the sun, all right? Everything is vivid now. And what I do is, if I have thoughts, I either get rid of them through the out breath, breathing in what I want, visualizing what I don't want, and actually see it leaving me, like it's leaving me right now. I see some energy that's leaving me right now. Go back to once where you came from, right? Or I visualize my thoughts like a computer screen with a bunch of tabs. That this is the coolest one. This is the one that I started with when I first learned how to visualize. I visualize my mind as a computer, right? Because a computer is a knockoff of our mind, of consciousness. And you know how when you have a lot of tabs opened up, or a pop-up, perfect example. And you can visualize a pop-up. Don't pop-ups piss you off sometimes? Well, your thoughts pop up all the time, just like on a computer. And a great way to alleviate thoughts is just have fun with them. Start having fun with some of these effed up thoughts, right? When they pop up, visualize your mind as a computer. And all you have to do is just click on the X on that thought and alleviate that thought and blow it out. Minimize the thought. Just click it out and they go away. Okay? That fast. Now, you can only think about one thing at one time. So now you're going to have to replace that thought, right, with something else to focus on. And a lot of people miss it here. This is where a lot of people fall into the ditch. They get rid of one, or at least they think that they're dealing with this thought, and they, you know, blow it out. But now they're stuck in a space of nothingness. So what usually happens? either they drag that thought back up, right? Or it's still marinating there, right? Or something else comes in more effed up than the other thought. So, you know what I mean? And so they find themselves click, click, and that's cool. I started off like that, you know? But after you learn how to sit with yourself in that secret space and deal with your thoughts and your emotions, and it's good to be by yourself, away from family and spouses and things like that, because we all have some shit up here that we need to deal with. And it's just better to deal with these by yourself, especially if you're in a relationship that's kind of rocky, or if you still live with mom and dad. You know what I mean? In some cases, you know, with this consciousness, becoming a conscious being instead of a physical being. I know a lot of cases where a lot of people, even including myself, they will commit your ass because they don't understand consciousness. They don't understand multidimensional people. They don't. You know what I mean? People that are attached to this grid, that live their lifeline is this, you know, financial system that's been put in place where you go to work for 12 hours, you sleep for 8 hours, and you got 4 hours to surf the internet, and you do this for 30 or 4 years, and then you die and reincarnate and do it all over again because you're immortal. They don't understand manifesting with your mind. They don't understand you are what you say you are. They don't understand the curse of the language that we've been taught. We speak a language that is basically a cursed language in itself. You know what I mean? It's what English, you know, English is like, you know, a cursed language. So this rabbit hole goes deep. But to simplify everything, right? You are what you say you are. You are what you believe you are, and you are what you think. All right. That's the power right there. That is the fucking power. That is so powerful. And when you learn how to start navigating and using this power, you become this immortal, untouchable, life creating being. You can create your own reality when you take control of your thoughts, your mind, what you think, and that big ass mouth we have and what you say. Life gets good. And I'm working on mine. You work on yours. I see you guys Sunday. Peace and love. I love you guys so much. Thank you for joining us. And we'll be back live Sunday. Peace.